Welcome to my channel World Scene News. Subscribe to my channel for news updates all around the world. Let's dive into a story that's both specific and universal. A tale of ambition, technology, and a spectacular stumble. It's a story that echoes in boardrooms and factory floors around the world, wherever dreams of progress meet the hard realities of execution. This is about more than just machines. It's about the people, the planning, and the pitfalls that come with chasing rapid transformation. Imagine spending $500 million on the latest, most advanced machines, expecting them to transform an industry overnight. The anticipation is electric. Visions of bustling assembly lines, soaring productivity, and a new era of manufacturing dominance fill the air. India did just that, investing $500 million in cutting-edge industrial machinery from China, aiming to modernize and compete globally. The hope was to leapfrog years of slow progress and instantly catch up with the world's best. The plan was simple: install the machines, flip the switch, and watch productivity soar. It seemed like a foolproof recipe for success, a shortcut to prosperity that would put the country on the map as a manufacturing powerhouse. But when the machines arrived, they mostly sat idle. Expensive, high-tech paperweights. The factory floor, once filled with hope, became a graveyard of silent equipment, each machine a reminder of what could have been. The problem? Not the machines, but the lack of training and skill development for the people meant to run them. Workers stared at blinking lights and complex panels, unsure where to begin, while managers scrambled to find solutions. It was a classic case of buying hardware without investing in the software, the human expertise. Manuals gathered dust and the promise of progress faded as frustration grew. The result, a silent factory floor, dust gathering on machines that should have been humming with progress. The hum of innovation was replaced by the quiet of missed opportunity. This isn't just about one country or one industry. It's a cautionary tale for anyone who thinks technology alone is a magic wand. Around the world, similar stories unfold wherever the human element is overlooked in the rush to modernize. You can't buy your way to success without investing in people. Training, education, and hands-on experience are the real engines of progress, turning potential into performance. The most advanced technology is useless without skilled hands and minds to operate it. It's the people who bring machines to life, who solve problems, and who drive innovation forward. True progress is built not just on what you have, but on what you know how to do with it. Knowledge, adaptability, and teamwork are what turn investments into real results. The lesson? Don't let shiny machines blind you to the real investment, your people. The future belongs to those who empower their workforce, not just those who buy the latest gadgets. In the end, the costliest mistake wasn't the machines, it was neglecting the human element. The price of ignoring people's potential is far greater than any equipment invoice. Technology is only as powerful as those who wield it. When people are given the tools, training, and trust they need, even the most complex machines become engines of progress. And that's a lesson worth every penny of that $500 million. A reminder that true innovation starts with people, not just with machines. Why did India turn to China for this massive upgrade? It was about ambition, economics, and the need to keep up. Indian industries, especially textiles, faced global pressure to modernize or risk being left behind. China offered advanced machinery at competitive prices, making it the obvious supplier. The purchase was a strategic move, an investment in productivity, national pride, and a bid to climb the global value chain. These machines promised automation, efficiency, and a future where Indian factories could rival the world's best. It wasn't reckless, it was a calculated bet on a more competitive future. The vision: cleaner, safer, more productive factories and a stronger industrial economy. But as we'll see, buying the best tech is only half the battle. The real challenge is making it work. The plan was bold: replace old equipment with state-of-the-art Chinese machines in key manufacturing hubs. The goal: seamless integration of man and machine, skyrocketing output, and a leap in global competitiveness. Workers would shift from manual labor to skilled technical roles, promising better jobs and higher wages. Success would attract investment, spur new industries, and transform the entire economic ecosystem. The rollout was mapped in phases: install, train, operate. On paper it was flawless, a clear path to prosperity. The future looked automated, efficient, and profitable. But flawless plans on paper rarely survive contact with reality. The real test was never the machines, it was the people. And that's where things unraveled. The grand plan faltered at its most critical point: knowledge transfer. Training was rushed, superficial, and hampered by language and cultural barriers. Indian teams, used to fixing simple machines, faced complex systems they barely understood. Instead of empowerment, the new tech brought confusion and intimidation. Ongoing support was missing. Once Chinese technicians left, local teams were stranded. Minor glitches became major crises, halting production for days. The investment focused on hardware, not the human capital needed to run it. Leaders saw machines as the solution, forgetting that skilled operators unlocked their true value. This oversight turned a $500 million vision into a costly standstill. The lesson: technology without training is just expensive scrap. People, not machines, drive progress. On the factory floor, the reality was stark. The hum of industry had faded, replaced by an uneasy silence that seemed to stretch endlessly across the vast, empty space. Brand new machines stood silent after minor malfunctions, error codes in Mandarin, manuals poorly translated, and no one to call for help. The promise of cutting-edge technology was quickly overshadowed by confusion and helplessness. Operators, unsure and undertrained, avoided advanced features, using high-tech tools as blunt instruments. The sophisticated controls became intimidating barriers, rather than gateways to productivity. Desperation led to cannibalizing parts from idle machines, turning factories into graveyards of wasted potential. Each stripped machine was a silent testament to lost hope and mounting frustration. Morale plummeted. Young engineers, once excited, now felt powerless. Their dreams of innovation faded, replaced by a sense of futility and resignation. Instead of innovation, there was frustration and fear of failure. Every day brought new challenges, but few solutions, and the weight of disappointment grew heavier. The factory floor became a museum of missed opportunities. Machines meant to drive progress now stood as monuments to what could have been. The silent machines echoed with the sound of wasted investment. Dust gathered where ideas should have flourished, and the air was thick with regret. This wasn't just a technical failure, it was a human one. The true loss was measured not in dollars, but in broken spirits and abandoned ambitions. The costliest loss was not the machines, but the crushed spirit of those meant to use them. The sense of defeat lingered long after the machines had stopped. A $500 million lesson: technology is nothing without empowered people. In the end, it was not the steel that was silent, but the stories and dreams of those left behind. The real failure? Forgetting that technology is more than metal and circuits. True tech is a system, hardware and human expertise working together. Learning to use new machines is a continuous process, not a one-off event. It demands hands-on training, clear documentation, and a culture that encourages learning and problem-solving. Ongoing support is essential. Without it, even the best machines become burdens. Real knowledge transfer means teaching the why behind the how, empowering teams to adapt and innovate. Without investing in people, technology creates dependency and division. The missed opportunity wasn't just idle machines, it was the wasted potential of the workforce. The lesson: invest in brains, not just bolts. India's story is a classic case of the technology trap, the belief that simply buying advanced tools or machines is a shortcut to progress and prosperity. It's a tempting idea that the latest technology, if acquired, will automatically transform industries and lives. Many nations and companies fall for this illusion, dazzled by shiny new tech but often blind to the skills, training, and support systems needed to make it truly work. The promise of instant modernization can be hard to resist, but it rarely delivers without the right foundation. History is full of examples: donated medical equipment and expensive software gathering dust, not because they were faulty, but because no one knew how to use or maintain them. Without investment in people, even the best tools become useless. The real power of technology is unlocked only through human adoption, integration, and a willingness to learn. It's not the machine, but the mastery of it, that drives real change. Countries like South Korea and Japan succeeded not by simply buying the latest machines, but by investing heavily in learning, training, and building a culture of continuous improvement. They didn't just use imported technology, they mastered it, adapted it to their needs, and eventually innovated beyond what was available. The difference? A relentless focus on building domestic expertise, nurturing talent, and empowering workers to solve problems and improve processes. True advancement comes from absorbing, mastering, and improving technology, not just owning it. Progress is a journey, not a purchase. The lesson is clear. Don't just buy the tool, become its master, and make it your own. That's how you avoid the technology trap and truly unlock the promise of progress. The most obvious loss was financial, $500 million down the drain. But the real cost was opportunity, lost productivity, missed market share, and eroded morale. Every idle machine was a day competitors pulled further ahead. The project's failure bred disillusionment, risk aversion, and a culture wary of new technology. Internationally, it damaged India's reputation as a reliable partner. Rebuilding trust and momentum takes years. The true price wasn't just money, it was lost time, talent, and credibility. Neglecting people cost far more than any machine ever could. The lesson: invest wisely, or pay dearly. What's the takeaway? Invest in people, not just products. Hardware is only one line item. Training and support are essential. Make technology acquisition a partnership, with binding plans for knowledge transfer and local expertise. Build a domestic support ecosystem. Train local trainers, update curricula, and create a pipeline of skilled talent. Progress isn't bought off the shelf, it's earned through learning and adaptation. The future belongs to those who master their tools, not just buy them. Before signing the check for shiny new machines, make sure your people are ready to lead the way. That's the real blueprint for success.